You spoke today in court.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what you said, or is that not a good topic?
I said that this is the stupidest thing I've ever done. This was I explained the hardships that this has sort of put on me and the stresses and how it's affected my family and my friends and how they're stressed. And I explained why they weren't there today. I asked everybody, nobody, I didn't want anyone to come. A lot of people wanted to come, and I told them I didn't want them there. And went sort of explained how this whole process has affected me, and showed some
Remorse
for sort of what I'd done, and that I definitely regret what I did, and explained what the future was going to be, that I wanted to get this over with and move on to the future, and that I accept whatever ruling that you give me, but just so you know, I feel like I've been punished quite a bit already, so it's something along those lines, I guess. And again, didn't pass out this time. That was swell. Held it together well enough.
Good for you.
I wonder what impact, because if I'm a judge and the guy passes out, I'm like,
I don't give a shit.
Well, we cannot be sending him to prison.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. I passed out last time. They're like, they just got me a chair. They don't fucking care.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
You'd like it better if I was your judge. I mean,
like,
he's just a sweetie. He's not built for this.
Yeah, I passed out back in what was it, 2008 too, when in court that time. They had to drag me out of the courtroom that time. They had like grab me by my belt and like drag me out for that charge. That was a concealed weapons charge that I was acquitted for, by the way. I was arrested even though I had my concealed carry permit for having a concealed weapon.
So you carried a concealed weapon while being a concealed permit holder?
Yeah.
You devil you.
If that had happened a few years later, there would have been quite the lawsuit. That was a absolutely false arrest. That was a nonsense situation that I was acquitted for.
Why a couple years later? Because you would have had the means to sue, or because
I'd have had the connections I'd have had the connections to really make something happen.
Yeah.
There
have definitely been times in my life where, like, if I went through shit now, I would have handled it differently. Like, because you have resources as you get older. You have, you whether it's connections or whether it's money, just to not be screwed over.
Yeah, I defended myself in court on that one. I didn't hire an attorney because I thought it was such an open and shut thing. And plus, I was 21 years old, and I didn't want to tell my parents that I was in trouble. So I just defended myself. And I not to brag, this is kind of like that thing I do with the doctor where I diagnose myself online and then go, I did enough online research to effectively get Scott and I out of prison. like because the judge didn't know the law. He was like, well, this was carrying at a public gathering. And I was like, Walmart is not a public gathering. He's like, yes, it is. And I'm like, according to the Georgia Attorney General. And like if I hadn't brought that paperwork, I think they'd have railroaded us back in fucking 2008. It was.
I also like the idea of like you going to the doctor and be like, clearly I have vaginal cancer. Oh, wrong.
Well,
page,
let me take a look, pervert. Just give me the meds.
According to the attorney, wait, wrong pamphlet.
Be like, I've been through a lot. Okay.
Where's my manipulate doctors into giving me things pamphlet?
But yeah,